All right, let's talk about the worst players who made the Vikings' final 53-man roster. Welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus show, and happy Labor Day weekend to each and every one of you, all 9,600 plus subscribers of ours. And if you want to become the subscriber who's 9,700, hit the subscribe button right now. So, it's kind of a lull right now. The preseason's over. The season's still 9 days away, so you got a little bit of a lull here. We're still waiting for the Bucks to come to town so we can beat their ass. So a little bit of a downtime right now. So let's go back, take a look at this roster, and just recognize maybe the handful of players who are the worst players that we had to keep, or we chose to keep. Some situations I feel we had to. Others I felt maybe there were some other options. Again, we don't like to be negative on the Lombard and Lupagus show, but sometimes you just gotta call it like it is. And you know what? I don't care if we hurt any feelings. This is what it is. So let's start with one of the biggest turds that was kept, Oli Udo. Again, we said it over and over again. This is beating a dead horse. But when he came in last year at right tackle, he looked good. He held his own against the Packers, looked okay against the Bears the next week, and then the playoff game. Well, I mean, we didn't do much against the Giants D line, but we thought, okay, Oli Udo, maybe he's got something here. Right tackle, backup. This preseason, he looked awful, lost, confused, getting dominated by third stringers. It was embarrassing, but again, there's no real other option. He can play multiple positions. There's some versatility there. So he's a guy you can have on the bench who can come in a pinch and fill some spots. He's not going to do it well. And Oli Udo made the team. He's not a very good player. He's not a very good player. That's what it is. It is what it is. Let's go to the defensive backfield. Andrew Booth Jr., a guy who's had some injury issues, missed the majority of his rookie season with some lingering issues. I think it was a back and a leg. He was hurt in college. We were hoping that trend wouldn't follow him to the NFL. Turns out that it did. But Booth, this preseason, we were like, okay, this is gonna be he's gonna do it. He's gonna show us why he was a second round pick. He got hurt again, and then he's just looked bad. I mean, he's getting beaten by undrafted rookie wide receivers. He's getting turned around. He's missing tackles. Yet he was kept as the team's fourth cornerback. Juwan Williams, a guy with a little more experience, looked better in camp, looked better in the preseason games. They let him go. They re-signed him to the practice squad. But they keep Andrew Booth Jr. Why? Because he was a second-round pick last year. They're not going to give up on him in year two. He hasn't even had a full season. They want to see what they got. They're not going to wave the white flag and concede that they blew this pick until they see more of this guy. And they're going to see more of him now because he's cornerback 4. And I know Jay Ward can play some corner. Josh Metellus can probably play some nickel. Cam Bynum can play some corner in a pinch. So who knows really what the pecking order is going to be and how much really Flores mixes this whole backfield up. But Andrew Booth Jr. was not the fourth best corner on this team in the preseason, yet they kept him. He's not a good player. Not a good player. All right, last one. This one might be the most controversial one, and I get why they kept him. He's got immense potential. He's got the frame, the 6'6" frame, the long arms, the athletic ability. But I just haven't seen anything from Andre Carter II that makes me think he's going to hit that potential or see that potential or reach that potential just based on what he's shown in the preseason, in practices, in report. I mean, had a very quiet overall camp. And then in the preseason games, he's playing against, third, fourth stringers. He should be dominating or at least showing something. Yeah, he had a couple good rushes here and there, but not to the level where you're going to keep this guy. They kept him because they gave him a big signing bonus. They kept him because they see this guy in his crazy-ass frame. There is potential here, but also you have to show something on the field to match that potential, to give you any hope that he's going to reach that potential. I'm not giving up on Andre Carter II, but man, I just didn't see it. I didn't see it. And really, I think he's one of the worst players that they kept. Louis Lane looked light years better than him this preseason. Let him go. Luckily, got him back on the practice squad, but I think they were afraid someone else was going to snipe this guy and be able to develop him. And That's why he's on the 53. I don't think Andre Carter is going to be active a whole hell of a lot this year. And again, I'm not giving up on him, but Jesus, I mean, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more from him this preseason as far as his on the field abilities than I did. So he makes this list. So to me, those are the three worst players who made the Vikings final roster. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree. Am I a moron? If you have somebody else you want to toss out there, I'm willing to listen. I mean, Jalen Reagor initially did make the 53. He's not there anymore. So I'm just sticking with the guys who are there right now. Again, happy Labor Day. And then Monday, things get ramped up. Bucks are coming to town. It's going to be a full week. Onebar Lupagus getting ready for those Bucks. Week 1 is here. Hell yes. Everybody enjoy it. Have a safe and fun and happy and hopefully drunken Labor Day weekend, and keep your skull